What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Okay, so my name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining, that was an ugly sound. Please make sure you subscribe, tap that notification bell, and join me every time I come live. Right now, we are going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. Hey, guys. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, Melissa, Kathy, Claudia, Jamie, Kat, B. Okay, I'm in a weird-ass mood. Are you a crab cake? Ooh, Kathy. The energy that I felt was that it's time to pinch back. Ooh, girl. I would not want to be pinched by you. I think you are a pinching savage if triggered. That's the key. First, you have to be triggered. I know. Who are you pinching and where, Kathy? Who are you pinching and where are you pinching? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. She hasn't pinched anyone yet. You need to be triggered first. All right. For my crabs, for my crabs, let me go ahead and put on some mood lighting. There you go. So we did some moonlighting. I have Cancer rising, I believe. I don't know. I'm ready to just pinch anyone. Put something in front of me and I'll pinch it. All right, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh, do you have my sword, Jamie? I make swords. I make selenite swords. This one is my personal sword. Ooh, Buffy. Okay, that's Buffy. She needs to go back to sleep. She's only for war. She's only for war. She's my little ass kicker. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, this is making sense. Ooh. I need to reshuffle. The energy is not right. I need to reshuffle that. Ooh. Cancer. Are you being messed with? Are you being manipulated? That just did not feel right. That didn't feel right to me at all. At all, at all. All right. What are the odds? My trusty torch wouldn't light. I didn't like that at all. We're just going to get all that shit out of here. Because that was some bullshit energy. I don't know what that's about, but it's out. Okay. Let me go ahead and reshuffle this. That was so weird. That was so weird. I was like, what? Something said that's a lie. Well, I'm shuffling them. Shuffle the lie right out of it. All right, Cancer. Clearly, something is trying to affect your perception and your energy. Exactly. Exactly. This one feels right. So, card number 25, release the dark wound, let love live. You've been carrying around a wound which has festered, which has been allowed to really, really get dank. Like really, really dank. Crabbies, you guys go so deep into yourselves when you get hurt that there's a lot of stuff inside that's been festering. You have to release that. Allowing things to rot within you is actually way worse than allowing it to rot outside of you. Because the amount of rot that happens within it's like that wound stays fresh for like forever. So you have to release it, okay? You have to see through to the core of what's going on and release it. Now, you also have to remember you come from a legacy of light. Card number 7. And look at this. 2 + 5 is 7. 7, 7, okay? You come from a legacy of light. You have to allow yourself to release the weight that has been keeping you confined to the toddlerhood of your soul's journey. You have to release that, okay? You have to. No one else can do this for you. Only you can do this, Cancer. Oh. Is this a relationship? A relationship is keeping you weighed down? I don't know. Card number 41. Bring it into form, okay? You're confused whether you want to walk away or whether you want to come back to the point where, I mean, really though, you're like in a spiritual cha-cha. It is a relationship. For some of you, this has to do with a romantic relationship, something that has continued to wound you and then nurture you until you're almost healed, only to wound you again. Bullshit. I call bullshit. I believe that kind of cycle, and this is my personal belief, I believe that kind of cycle is bullshit. You shouldn't have to force yourself to participate in that, okay? And for those that this resonates with, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a parasitic element to it, okay? I would not be surprised. Give me 1 second. The kitties don't lie. They're going to tell you. They're going to tell you something. I don't know what. I don't know what. Let's see. Let's see what the kitties say. Yeah, again, rot. Okay, let's see what happens. So, the first card. This is the Queen of Diamonds. It's about richness in decay. This relationship, for those who are resonating with the whole relationship thing, it could be a business partnership, a friendship. It's some sort of really close, intimate connection with someone, not necessarily sexual, but an intimate connection. It's been in a state of decay for quite some time. You have to just begin really accepting that, okay? Last week, hold on, let me just close this out because it's annoying me. Last week, or the first half of May, you guys had a beautiful, beautiful reading, almost had me in tears about how, yes, you should stay. A new cycle has sparked again. They're in self-sabotage mode yet again. You can't be the only one that continues to try and hold on for dear life, carrying the weight for both of you. Cancer, I'm trying not to tell you what to do, but I'm really about to tell you what to do. When you're ready, you need to have a very real conversation with yourself about why you're staying, what your goal is, how this is growing you. Because if you don't know how this is growing you, if it's not growing you, if you're staying to save someone else, those are not reasons to stay. Okay? Those are not reasons to stay. It is not a loving thing to make another human being your pet project. Take that in. Take that in. I'm being very harsh right now. I understand. I'm being harsh right now. So, card number 9, support, loving, give and take. Is there support? Is there a give and take of support? Or is it just take, take, take? Give, give, give from you, take, take, take on their end. What is it? Because if it's lopsided, it falls. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at what your connection is and if you're really being honest with yourself. Okay, this is not about the other person. Cancer, this is all about you. I know you're all about family. You're all about loyalty. You're all about, taking care of the people that you love. Why can't you be a part of that group? Why can't you allow yourself to recognize that you should be at the top of the group of people, that list of names of people you care about, people you love, people you take care of and would defend with no hesitation? Why can't you be at the top of that? There's no rule that says you can't be on that list. The goal is to make you realize that you should be at the top of that list, because it teaches everyone else that's listed on that list exactly how you want to be treated, how you feel you deserve to be treated. So your next card is the Six of Hearts, transience, celebration. Maybe hearing that is helping you to recognize you have to celebrate yourself. You're not just the hired help, okay? Cancer, you have to love yourself. And this is not about you like, okay, I'm going to take a course, I'm going to purchase a session, and then I'll know how to love myself. No. Self-love is a journey. And that whole notion of people can't love you until you first love yourself is bullshit. Bullshit. I'm living proof of that. And I have no shame sharing that. I am living proof of that, because for a very long time, I did not understand the concept of real love. And my husband found me at 19 years old or 18 years old. I don't know what the hell age I was when he found me, but I was a youngin'. And I did not understand what love actually is. And he helped me to learn that, okay? Without me knowing how to love myself, he helped to teach me how to love myself. I'm not talking about teaching me about romantic love. I'm talking about teaching me how to begin loving myself. Okay? And no, I was not a floozy. I'm talking about martyrdom. Yes, I had a habit of just martyring myself. So I do have Cancer in my chart. I'm talking to myself too. All right, we're almost done. We're not. We're gonna shuffle some more. We're shuffling. Every day we're shuffling. Okay, no, I think we're done. The cards won't. Yeah, we're done. They're grabbing each other. There you go. That is what I like to see. That is not what I like to see. Okay, we can work with this. All right, card number 8, Chiron, healing. Look at that. There you are, Cancer, martyring yourself. Y'all. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay? Y'all know who that's supposed to be. That's his mama. Like, look here. Open your goddamn eyes. You did not traverse my birth canal to be treated like trash. That's what I told my son one time. That's what I told my son. I did not destroy my vajayjay for people to shit on you. Just kidding. The wound is the place where the light enters you. It's also the place where the beauty of you escapes. That beauty that you hide from everything and everyone. It works both ways. It's a place for the light to enter, to reach you in the deep darkness of your hole. It's also a place for the world to be gifted with the beauty of you. So healing must take place before you're able to deal with your matter. Chiron is not a planet, but a comet with a unique orbit that travels through the entire zodiac over approximately 51 years. It's Greek for man-horse. It's a centaur. Centaurs will kick your ass. Hold on. Mhm. This has to do, it corresponds with the tarot card Hangman. If you don't want to move forward, you're just going to dangle there. And the more you dangle, the more you struggle. The more you struggle, the tighter that noose gets. You're choking yourself, Cancer. At some point, you'll realize the pain you're experiencing, trying to shut yourself up, it's the very thing that's actually killing you inside. It's the very thing that is perpetuating the wound inside of you. It's not love of self or love of anyone else to do that. It's really, really not. You have to decide for yourself what you want to do. It's about healing. It's about contemplation. It's about allowing yourself to express the grief that you've just held within you for God knows how long. And yes, crabs look very tough and formidable with their shell and their pinchers and their mean mugging face, but they're not. They're not. They're very, very sensitive. You are very, very sensitive, very, very easily wounded, but you are just so silent about that wound that people think it's okay. And they continue to reopen that wound bigger and bigger and bigger. And you keep trying to bandage it over and over and over without actually addressing it. And so now you got some gangrene up in there. Mm-mm. So card number 12, Black Moon Lilith, Mystery. Again, there's a lot of shit going on behind your back. A lot of stuff. It's making you very bitter. It's making you feel like you really, really just need to do this or do that. And in actuality, what you need to do, Cancer, is have a very long talk with yourself, a very real, very honest talk with yourself. Who's actually victimizing you? If you know these people are the way they are, and you continue to martyr yourself to be worthy of their graces, which they will never give you, because that's not who they are, then who's really betraying you? Who's really betraying you? Kathy's feeling it. She knows things are going on. Cancer is very intuitive. Y'all know when something's going on. Yep. So this has to do with the Queen of Swords. And I don't know, maybe you need to embody that Queen of Swords energy where you will take zero shit. Who knows? Maybe. This is about mystery, revolt, revenge, darkness, erotic obsession. I don't think it has to do with erotic obsession in this reading. I think this has to do with you beating yourself up over standing up for yourself. It's like you feel you should do it, but you just refuse to do it. And you're beating yourself up and it's turning you super bitter. And then now it's like you feel like you have to do some sort of revenge thing. I don't think you need to waste your time on revenge. I think you need to focus your time and your energy on really addressing the things within you that have become so misaligned that you think your name has no place on that list of people that you love and take care of. I think that's all that needs to happen. So card number 35, 11th house, friends. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. There are those who do truly love you, Cancer. You have that kind of energy that someone who's balanced can see and appreciate the gravity of the gift that you are. And even some people who are not balanced can see and appreciate that. But just be careful, because those people, they might take advantage of it. They might take advantage of your loyalty, of your willingness to bend over backwards for the people that you love. So take care not to repeat those cycles again. Okay. But this card is primarily about telling you that when you need help, ask for it. And in those times where you're too ashamed to let people know that you need help and someone just offers anyways, allow yourself to receive that help. Allow yourself to accept what is rightfully yours. That love and caring that that person is offering you is rightfully yours. Stop denying yourself, okay? So, now, your poetry. And yeah, Kathy, I say listen to your intuition. You have very, very good intuition. I say listen to it. I know your energy, and if you think there's something going on with a specific individual, there's a very high likelihood that there is. There's a very high likelihood. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, gifted opportunity for you to begin really exploring the fact that you are highly intuitive. So don't see it as someone is hurting you or victimizing you or any of that. See this for what it is, an opportunity that's been gifted to you to help you remember and accept that you are very divinely guided. You are directly connected to your divinity, to your intuition. Here you go. Card got, okay, you guys got 2 cards. All right. Ooh, that is deep. Okay, first card. Card number 40. 40. Okay. Let us see. Here you go. Blessing of Al-Hakim. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is opinion. Bewilderment is vision. The gift of wisdom, the blessing of Al-Hakim, gurgles up from your heart. Her blessing is evoked by life, like the laughter of a babe joyfully responding to the playful tickle of the mother's hand. Wisdom can make divine sense of anything, especially of that where logic is blinded. How I revere the blessing of Al-Hakim, of wisdom, for she is precious and welcome to me now and always, the dear friend who brings me such peace. A blessing of divine wisdom of Al-Hakim is being ministered to your soul, watched over by Rumi himself. This is soul medicine. It is a spiritual gift of healing, prophecy, insight, and the capacity to surrender any impatient claim for what you cannot yet have. As you receive this gift, this blessing, which happens at a soul level, your attitude to life becomes more curious, open, still, and receptive. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in assurance that your daily application and effort is enough, and so is your surrender. So basically, you don't have to rush for that confirmation that whoever is doing wrong to you is doing wrong. You already know in your heart. You already know. And so go ahead and make your plans for whatever the solution, your proposed solution to this circumstance is. And as you implement that solution, you will then be receiving the confirmation you're waiting for. And the beautiful thing about this, once it's confirmed, you would have already done majority of the work to implement that solution. And down comes the hammer, right as you get the confirmation. That's the beautiful thing about that. So your second card, and I think when that hammer comes down, it's going to come down on the nail, the final nail of the coffin of that circumstance. I think you're just going to be done with that shit, like done. And as you finish, it's a very destructive feeling for you. It's going to hurt a lot, because you've devoted so much time and energy into this cycle that's been going on. You know, something came to me the other day. What did I write? Hold on. Let's look. I know I just posted it. Is it this one? Here. Some people have lived with their traumas for so long that it becomes a major part of their known identity. When this happens, the act of healing their wound can be experienced as an attempt to destroy who they are. The loss of their known identity can cause such fear that healing is seen as a threat. This fear of the unknown is often what causes a person to choose not to heal. And I think as you choose to heal, right before the final step that completely sets you free, you're given that confirmation that you so desperately want. And as that happens, it can really truly cause your world to feel as though it's crumbling. And if that happens, you're reminded to once again arise. Okay, card number 13, arise. Let me find. Wings of hope languish from lack of use. Wings dissipate and weaken. Life begins to lose its value. Every cell in your body is created to rise to challenges. Your life is meant to confront everything that holds you captive. Don't sit at the bottom of the well not caring about salvation. Listen to the voice within calling to you. Reach for eminence beyond your own maturity. I dance before you in sacred spectacle, hoping to garner your attention. Look at me, I cry to your ailing spirit and despondent flesh. Look at me. If you were to look up, you would see that I am a mirror of your own being, your light, your heart, your spirit, your all. Yes, there is pain. Yes, there is a letting go taking place, and you are frightened and uncertain sometimes. But you make this mean something that it does not. It means that you are to turn your head away from what is dying. Do this gently but firmly. Turn your head towards what is living. Look at me. I will show you truth, and you shall laugh your deepest belly laughter with so much glee, sharing in my secret that the only force at work in your life is unconditionally loving divinity. You dare to love where others only see pain. You dare to believe that everything will somehow work out where others only see what they judge to be wrong. You see love where others apply fear. You seek freedom where the world still buys into manipulation and propaganda. Don't lose heart. Dare to believe. You are right to do so. It is a divine rebel in you that refuses to surrender hope. Give up the fight, perhaps, the battle that comes from a place of fear, but never give up your hope. That hope in your heart, that optimism and patience for growth that into love creates a light within you that helps the world to see through darkness. It becomes a candle that shimmers contently upon the windowsill of your heart temple. There it is, more obvious even in the darkness. You're being asked to trust, to gently lay to rest the suffering that has been, perhaps because of what you have labeled as the failure, the doubt, the losses and setbacks. They are so little in the greater scheme of you. Put them aside. Allow them to rot and become fertilizer for life, but do not try to keep them alive beyond their earthly expiry date, lest you become tainted or poisoned by the rot. Let them go and instead focus on what is alive now. That's deep. That's deep. This is your soul speaking to you, Cancer. This is your soul speaking to you. This is not me talking to you. This is me delivering a message from you to you. There's no reason for you to continue what you're doing when it doesn't have the effect that you're trying to have. You can't heal someone that doesn't want to heal. You can't. It's against the laws of nature. It's against the laws of sovereignty. You can't. There is nothing spiritual or morally correct about making another living being your pet project. You have to let go of what's begging to be let go. And if they're not saying it with their words, well, then look at their actions. If their actions are telling you, please let me go, The most loving thing to do is to lay that to rest. Let it go. It's scary. It's painful. It creates such a sense of disharmony within you that you don't think it's the right thing to do. But thinking and feeling are two different things. You can think whatever you want, but when you feel it, you know. You know what the right thing to do is. And this is not right based on someone's perception of what you should do. This is coming from your soul, simply giving you the message that you've been hurting so much you couldn't hear. That's all it is. So, wow. Cancer, can we just like have some ice cream? Sit under a tree, eat some ice cream, and watch the birds? This is really gonna make me cry. Oh my gosh, this is hard. Like seriously, this is hard. You have a very difficult path before you. It's hard. This is a very heavy, heavy load that you're carrying. But the most beautiful thing, the heavier the weight, the more resistance is generated. The more resistance, the greater the potentiality of growth. And I always make this analogy. If you want to grow a muscle, you have to increase the resistance. And it's in that tearing apart of that muscle that you have the potentiality for growth. Because as the muscle is torn apart, those micro tears, the body, when given the proper support, can fill those tears with the building blocks that cause the growth. And here's the thing, if you think you've failed, Cancer, if you take this as like, this is just nothing but a sign of failure, well, then I'll tell you this. One of the most efficient ways to maximize your gains when you are trying to build muscle is to work that muscle to the point of failure, not fatigue, failure. Push, push, push until the muscle fails. And you have created enough micro tears to maximize that growth in minimal time. You're being fast-tracked. That's all this is. That failure is confirmation that you have reached a part in your journey where you are spiritually and energetically ready to handle being fast-tracked. You're leveling up. That's a beautiful thing. Painful, but very, very beautiful. Imagine how many more people you can help, how many more people you can take care of and love with a deeper inner and understanding of what you're co-creating. That's deep. That's very, very deep. It's very, very beautiful and very, very powerful. An absolute success in every sense of the word. If this reading resonates with you, please do give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that notification bell. Cancer, you got this. You've absolutely got this. You're going to need a little bit of stillness, a little bit of silence, but you'll understand exactly what you need to do and when. No one else gets to tell you the details of that. No one gets to tell you that you're not living the way you should be living. Only you get to decide that, okay? So I'm going to be doing, who's next? Scorpio. Scorpio's next. Join me. I'll be back live here on this channel in a few minutes with Scorpio's ClairTarot. See you guys. Bye.